If you are guilty of making this mistake, the trouble you can run into. Peace and blessings, love and light, peace and grace, all that good stuff. My name is TAHIRA. That is my legal government name, and I spell it with all capital letters as a reminder of the big blessings I have in my life, making a living as an artist, turning my passion into profits, and hoping to help you do the same. Today, we're talking about common mistakes artists make. Mistake number 1, competing with other artists. Other artists are not your competition. The only competition you have is with yourself. I believe that striving to be a better version of yourself in terms of your talent as an artist is the only competing you need to do. How to be a better artist, how to practice your craft at a higher level. Looking over your shoulder or looking ahead of you or beside you makes you lose a step if you are thinking about this in terms of a race. But you should only be in a race with your old version of yourself, your better self. There are times when I believe venues, people who hire artists, art organizations, promoters actually use this sense of competition between artists to leverage their position. If you look at it more as this is a community and I'm wanting to be the best artist that I can be, delivering the best art that I want to deliver to my target audience, then it don't matter what anybody else is doing. And when you think in terms of a community, additionally, then we are able to grow and prosper together, right? Story time. Numerous times this has happened, but I'll specifically talk about a recent event. A large corporation, and I'm trying to think who, it might have been like Microsoft. I know IBM did this also, but anyway, Microsoft, who had reached out to a collection of artists. In fact, all of us that I know of, all the artists were storytellers, right? And they were looking for like a Black History Month program or a Juneteenth program. And when I realized they were vetting many different artists, I started reaching out to folks like, did you get this call? Did you get this call? Here's what I told them. Here's what I told them my concept could possibly be. Here's what I told them my fee would be. And the purpose of that is to first make sure we're not undercutting each other, right? So if we're all over the place in terms of price, what does that say about what any of us are producing, given that we are in the same field? And whoever got the gig, I wanted them to be paid well, especially given who the client was. Microsoft, right? This sense of, hey, we're in this together, we're a community, serves everybody. So please don't make that mistake of competing against other artists. Your work is your work, my work is my work, and so it is. Mistake number 2 that artists often make is not having a written agreement. If you are guilty of making this mistake, the trouble you can run into. There are changing expectations that happen in any given project with any humans doing anything, right? But there are changing expectations that need to be captured in writing. If you don't write those down, then there are assumptions made that you coming into one set of assumptions and the person you're producing this art for is coming in with another set of assumptions and expectations. And when it's time to deliver the product, somebody's expectation is not being met. And so writing it down alleviates a good chunk of any chances of misinterpreting or having different expectations. And the writing down doesn't have to be cumbersome and long. There are numerous platforms that you can produce a written agreement. It could be an invoice, it could be a MOU, a memorandum of understanding, or it could be more, a more detailed contract. The PayPal has templates. Look, Microsoft Word has templates. There are lots of templates out there that you can utilize as a guide or a tool to write down your agreement with the person you're producing the art for. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Mistake number 3 that artists make: self-sabotaging. What does that look like? Sometimes it's our belief system, this sense of I'm not worthy, I can't do it. That's sort of like negative mindset, negative self-talk. And it's oftentimes it may be from so many years of people telling you that, being an artist doesn't have value or that you can't make it. And also, self-sabotaging can come in the form of, not putting in the time to hone your craft, not dedicating the time, and then you end up, not producing quality work, and it's like, oh man, then I'm not good enough, and around the vicious cycle goes. So sometimes it's the belief system, our self-talk, or our work habits that keep us from prospering and growing. And so if you have these mistakes in your life that you find yourself defeating your own self through your belief system or your thoughts or your behaviors or work habits, I have lots of videos. I'll pop it like here, here, that you could use to perhaps shift those mindsets, to shift those self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts. Question: what mistakes have you seen artists make on a collective scale? Drop a comment below. Let me know. Did I miss anything? You have something to add? What do you think about the 3 I've mentioned so far? Drop a comment below. If this content has resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Let's keep the conversation going.